Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a GEMP retro event. I am, as always, Dan Tartaglione, also known as Detar Deck 1. Tonight we have game one of the retro charity event for Wayne Cullen and Logan I Like Pie Pietig. So I'm just going to let them know that we are ready. Logan is the higher seed. He's decided to go with Dark Side first, putting Wayne onto Light Side. Looks like Logan has the game up. And here we go. Logan is going with, looks like, Endor Ops. I don't expect it to be Endor Ops. I think it's going to be more something like TTO. Wayne going with Hidden Base. Again, this is our top 8 match. Yep, there's the operational as planned for Logan. Wayne going with the standard heading for the Mega Frigate. There's Walkling. We didn't hit it. And a new secret base. Not a lot has changed from that. Let's see. Logan got the Death Star 2, Moff Jerjao, and a Combat Response V from his starting interrupt. Short range fighter right away for Logan. He's going to go probably get himself a good starship. Saber 1, always good. Either Vader's. Again, I don't remember what exactly is legal in this format, but if Vader's tie is in it in this format, that's really good. Okay, he's going to go get himself the Slave 1 symbol of fear, not to be confused with Fett's Fire Spray. Two totally different starships. Activating 5. So with the Slave 1, he can essentially deploy it to Endor, put Moff Jerjal to the bunker, and then get himself all set up how he wants to be. Okay, secret plans, grabber from both players. No real surprises there. I do think we're going to see Moff Jerjal go down to the bunker, and then that's going to allow Logan to start assembling. Oh no, he's going to go straight to the docking bay. Interesting. I thought he would have went to the bunker, but what do I know? Okay, now Moff Jerjal each turn, Logan is going to be able to pull out a Death Star 2 sector or the Super Laser Mark II. He is going to start with the coolant shaft, so that's going to give him some activation. Okay, Death Star 2 is orbiting Endor. There's the coolant shaft. Using the bunker game text, going to pull himself the Endor shield. That's going to reduce Wayne's activation down to 5. And it looks like Wayne's going to grab Admiral Ozzel. Probably put him down with Moff Jerjal just in case. I don't really think there's going to be anybody that Wayne is going to be able to come down with on turn 1. Maybe like a Corn Horn if he has it in the deck, but being that he's playing a new secret base, we didn't hit it, and Walkling, I don't see any like matching ships, so I'm assuming this is going to be something more of a drop and drain type of hidden base, non-matching ships. I know Sam Tashima has made he's built himself one that uses the Arc fighters as well as some of the other Episode 1 fighters. I don't believe that they're legal in this format. So Wayne, here we go. Wayne activates his 5, uses the hidden base objective, going to go pull himself a system. Nar Shaddaa AI comes out for Wayne. Respecting the AIs from Mr. Cullen. Now, he could use new secret base to pull himself another system if he so chooses. Yep, there it is. Another system coming down. So that's going to give Wayne only 3 force to work with on the rest of his turn. Naboo and Kessel. Kessel from the reserve deck. Naboo from hand. Kifix from hand. Oh, Wayne started... He's got a bunch of systems already in his hand. So I don't know how I feel about this. If you're Wayne, clearly you want more system. Like, you want your systems early, but having 2 in your opening hand does not feel kind of good. So he's already got 4 systems on the table, so he can flip almost at any time. There is no reason for him to flip, as he doesn't control a battleground or a system to utilize the objective and start canceling drains. Logan with another short range fighter. Let's see if Wayne decides to grab it. Wouldn't be a terrible grab here. It really comes down to, if you're Wayne, what do you expect to see? What else do you expect to see in Logan's deck? Especially if this is TTO. Do you expect to see some sort of weapons, maybe the SFS cannons? Oh, he's going to pull himself a Maul Sith Infiltrator. Wayne deciding not to grab the short range fighter. Both players will circulate. Wayne does draw up. Moff Jerjal goes and gets Logan another sector. Will it be the second sector? Yep, it's going to be the capacitors. So it is taking him a little bit to get this Death Star 2 assembled, unless he does have the core in his hand already. And then once the epic event, that thing's operational, is out, he can essentially move the Death Star to orbiting any battleground system, start doing some damage there. But again, if you're Logan, you might not necessarily want to do that right away, only because Wayne has a bunch of stuff up in space. Ender Shield is going to allow Logan to attempt to pull another Admiral, and he does miss on the pool, so Wayne does get to see what is in Logan's deck at this point. So he can take a look and see what he wants to grab at some point. I know a lot of these TTOs like to run. Oh, and there's a Sense Shield. So right away, Logan gave away the fact that he is running Sense in the deck. So Wayne pulls the do or do not shield right away after verifying Logan's deck. Logan is in the control phase at this point. Don't expect to see him pay to drain here. But depending on what he wants to do with his force, he actually might pay to drain. Probably going to see him draw some cards at this turn. I don't really think he's going to establish himself up in space, just out of fear to see what Wayne is rolling with his space fleet. There's the capacitors. And I am wrong. So there's the Sith Infiltrator. So we know that Logan does have a Maul in his hand, or in his deck. And there is Darth Maul, Tatooine Darth Maul. So he's running the non-AI Sith Infiltrator, but he is running the AI Darth Maul. Logan, I'm ashamed of you. We shall double our efforts. Makes it so all of the opponent's starfighters are maneuver -5 at the sectors, subtracts 2 from their total, and then it's going to add 1 to the damage that the TTO does. And on top of that, he gets the Black Sun fleet out, which is really good. Oh, excuse me. That's going to allow him during the control phase to move one of his independent starships. And oh, look at that. The Maul Sith Infiltrator is an independent starship. So we see Logan draw some cards. Draws up to 11 cards in his hand, saving 1 force. So Logan already satisfying for battle plan. He does not decide to use the Sith Infiltrator to cloak. Now, I do like that only because with Darth Maul, Wayne needs a character of ability greater than 4 there. And that's really hard to do unless he's got like a Luke Skywalker or another pilot that's going to be able to come down. And if he doesn't, that Maul is just going to sit there and not have to worry about any sort of battles. Again, Darth Maul says, unless opponent's character of ability greater than 3 here, opponent's total ability is 0. So that's a really good card. There's Coruscant from Wayne, from the objective. Now, he also did pull out the projection of Skywalker. So we're probably going to see that go down onto the Endor landing platform. And on V, which gives some protection against security precautions. Again, force loss from security precaution is reduced by 4. So pretty solid card early on when Hidden Base was popular. And it looks like Wayne is playing the B-Wing attack, some B-Wings. So we're probably going to see some Starship weapons tonight, everybody. Now, bad thing about these B-Wings is they're only maneuver 2, so we're probably not going to see them try and blow up the Death Star. Now, I could be wrong. But again, as long as Wayne does not have a character of ability greater than 3, Darth Maul is not going to have to worry about those little B-Wings. As we see, Wayne is going to draw some cards. And Logan is doing 2 points of damage with a drain on his turn. Wayne saves 1 card, draws up to 14, and passes on over to Logan. Logan will start his turn with Moff Zerajal, who will attempt to pull the reactor core. He does hit the core. So the Death Star 2 will be completed, and that thing's operation will be able to be deployed onto the core this turn. As we see Wayne use All Wings Report in, he's going to attempt to take a non-unique starfighter into hand. Probably going to be another B-Wing here. Wayne taking his time looking through his reserve deck at this point. As we see him take a Blue Squadron B-Wing. This one is pretty good because it deploys 2 to Roche. Permanent Pilot provides ability of 2. Adds 1 to the power, so it's a power 5 maneuver 2 hyperspeed 3 starship. May fire 2 weapons, and all the weapon destinies are +2. So again, pretty good card. Now, one nice thing is if you're Wayne, being that you're going to have starship weapons, you could use, I believe it is Power Pivot, unfortunately, to... Well, you can use it to make a starship that was just hit lost. On top of that, there is a card, I forget what the card is, that will allow you to shoot in the control phase. Sorry about the mess, I know does it. So there is one card that could essentially try and get rid of the Maul Sith Infiltrator, as well as the Slave 1 that Logan just deploys. We did see him deploy the reactor core. There goes the Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith, down to the landing platform as well. And he does deploy the Slave 1, but unfortunately it's Jango, not Boba. But there's that thing's operational, so we're definitely going to see the Death Star move from Endor. I expect it to go to possibly Naboo, as we see Moff Zerajal and possibly Admiral Ozzel. So unfortunately, the Death Star cannot make it to Naboo. It can make it to Kessel, but Kessel's not a system you necessarily want to drain at. If you're Logan. So there's the Slave 1 taking off, leaving Darth Vader all by his lonesome at the... Oh, okay. I guess the Death Star does make it. Oh, hyperspace 3. Okay. Hyperspace speed is 3. I'm sorry about that. I was reading the wrong line. So, yep, the Death Star is now orbiting Naboo. And Logan's just going to draw some cards. Now, I don't think Wayne is going to take any... So, Wayne will not lose to that thing's operational, being that Logan does not occupy Naboo. So, kind of a little bit of a mistake from Logan. As we've seen Wayne activate, both players with 13 cards in their hand. And Wayne has 5 systems on the table. And I think that at this point, Logan is probably just waiting for Wayne to flip. As we see a Blue Squadron B-Wing go down to Coruscant. Again, it is a Force Drain +1 there. There's another B-Wing or Blue Squadron B-Wing going down to Kessel. So, and there's the concussion missiles onto the attack fighter. Again, this one provides ability of 1. They fire 2 or more weapons. Each of the weapon destinies are +1. So, and there's the other. Ooh, Wayne is now going to replace Logan's Admiral's order with taking them with us, putting the Black Sun fleet into Logan's use pile, taking them with us. Each player, if that player has a capital ship armed with a weapon in battle, draws 1 battle destiny if unable to otherwise. Once per battle may reduce the defense value of one opponent's capital starship by 4. And then at sites related to systems you occupy, your non-pilot warriors are deployed -1, defense value +2, and forfeit +1. So again, it reduces. The big thing there is it reduces these capital starships. And unfortunately for Wayne, both the Slave 1 and the Sith Infiltrator are not capital starships. As we see Wayne draw some cards. Saving 2 and passes on over to Logan. I do think that Wayne might consider flipping at this point just because he can cancel that drain of 2 at Endor. Now, even though Wayne has a B-Wing there is no ability, and he doesn't flip, so Logan's going to get a drain of 2 on. As we see, there goes a Hyperscape and another Blue Squadron B-Wing off the top of the reserve deck. Logan's going to play Force Push. Going to go get himself a card, any card he wants out of the Force pile. He's going to put 2 cards back for the 1 card that he takes. Logan taking his time, thinking about what he wants to take here. Oh, and he takes the wrong card, and Wayne does grant the revert. So we have a thank you from Logan. So good on you, Wayne, for allowing a revert from a mistake. Not so much as a mistake, maybe just a mental snafu. The Force pile does go lost, and Logan's going to take this Black Sun fleet and deploy it. So it looks like he took the Black Sun fleet that was put back last turn and then got it again. So interesting move by Logan. So that does take they're tracking us and put it back into Wayne's deck. I don't know how I feel about putting it back, especially if none of your ships are capital starships. It really doesn't do a lot for you. So we are in Logan's deploy phase. As we see an Ellis and Hinthra come down to Coruscant, and there's a Rebel barrier from Wayne. Does Logan have a canceller? No. Oh, so let's see. He is going to grab the barrier. And there's a sense. So again, with the do or do not on the table, even if Logan hits it, he's going to lose 2 force here. He draws a 6, so the sense does not go through. So the sense does go to the lost pile, but the barrier is still hits. So the Ellis and Hinthra will not be able to move or battle until the end of Logan's turn. There goes a woof onto the Ellis and Hinthra. As we see Ozzel move over from the pilot seat. And he'll play a Grand Moff Tarkin onto the Slave 1. Interesting. As we see the Sith Infiltrator move to Naboo. Might see the Slave 1 move. If you're Logan, I don't think you want to be around any of those weapons. Anot want to be a bad spot to go to. Nar Shaddaa definitely would not be a bad spot to go to. And then I don't think the Slave 1 can make it over to Kifix. So the Slave 1 does move over to Nar Shaddaa. Now, all of Wayne's force drains right now are stuck at 1. So we are into Logan's draw phase, and Wayne will not flip his objective just yet. As we see an All Wings report in to pull another non-unique Starfighter into hand for Wayne. Now, what's going to be important is if Wayne has some more weapons in his hand. The other thing is, being that he has weapons already on the table, you expect him to play Rebel Artillery at some point. And being that it is also, on top of the fact that it's just a good card to do some damage, it's also a card that is a 7. This is a game where if you're Logan, you definitely want the card Calm Scan Detection, which would essentially make it so that a Starship could not fire a weapon this turn. Unfortunately, though, that card is non-existent in this format. As we see, Logan draws up to 14, passes turn over to Wayne, and Wayne will start his turn. So let's see, will he flip his objective this turn? Again, if he flips his objective, he can start doing a plethora of damage. Now, the only thing is, though, if once Wayne does flip his objective, I will expect to see Logan play Resistance out from underneath his starting effect at some point. That way, he can stop that drain at Kessel from bringing a drain of 3. Now, the drain at Endor, though, is still a drain of 1 because of the Endor game text. As Wayne is in his control phase. And there's another Taking Them With Us that's going to put the Black Sun Fleet back into Logan's deck. Wayne's going to attempt to pull another system, but he doesn't, and gives Logan a free reveal. Now, the other thing to note is if Wayne does not have his hidden base on the table, he is not allowed to flip the objective. He has to have the hidden base on the table before he can flip. As we are still in Wayne's deploy phase, he's got 17 force in his force pile, 10 cards in his hand. As we see a medium bulk freighter go down to Naboo. And there's Luke Skywalker V from Logan, and he is going to play that on Luke. So good call for Logan, not using the barrier on the medium bulk freighter, but on the Luke. So now Luke will essentially make it so that Lord Maul or Darth Maul his game text is turned off wherever Luke is. And the medium bulk freighter again is a pretty good card. It can hold concussion missiles and other various starship weapons. There's another B-Wing attack fighter. And the concussion missiles going down onto the fighter. Wayne goes into his battle phase, can't really do anything. Goes into the move phase. As we see a B-Wing move from Coruscant over to Kifix. Moves the bulk freighter over to Kifix as well. And draw some card. So I do think that Wayne might flip the objective this turn. That would go from him losing 5 force down to 1. Now the only downside is if one of his systems is Nar Shaddaa, or if his hidden base system is Nar Shaddaa or Naboo, that is not good. As we see Logan go into his activate phase. Now Logan is going to be able to do 3 points of damage with that thing's operational. 2 from the epic event, and then 1 from We Shall Double Our Efforts. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not really doing much sitting at Coruscant, but it did make that little Blue Squadron B-Wing move from Coruscant to Kifix last turn. Okay, and Wayne's not going to flip his objective, so he's going to take a drain of 2 at Nar Shaddaa, as he'll lose a projection to Skywalker and rapid fire, both from his fan. Drains for 2 at Naboo. And we'll see an intruder missile and all wings report in go lost. Drains for 1 at Coruscant. As a rebel barrier goes lost. And there's 3 damage from that thing's operational. Now, another card that Logan might consider in this match is the Code Clearance Shield. And the reason for that is if Wayne plays the All Wings Report in to retrieve equal to the number of the copies of the non-unique starfighters that he has on tables to retrieve force, Logan can stack that and essentially turn off the retrieval from Luke as well as Walkling. As we see a Blizzard 4 go down with Vader. And there's the Black Sun Fleet. So now this is the 3rd time that epic event, the Admiral's Orders has been replaced. First by Wayne, then by Logan, then by Wayne. This is the 4th time we've seen an Admiral's Order get replaced. So I'm not sure what Logan is doing with the Blizzard 4. I don't know if it's just to protect Vader. But you're not really doing much down there if you're Logan. Now, the other thing is, again, Wayne needs to flip at some point to start reducing the amount of damage that Logan is doing. Because right now, as it stands, Logan is really outpowering or out-damaging Wayne at this point. D&D got canceled. I don't know, Garrett. Like, I honestly don't know why he deployed the Blizzard 4 there. It makes no sense to me. Like, you, at this point, if you're Logan, you want to just have as many cards as you can to pitch to the drains once Wayne flips. But the only reason that tells me that he wants to keep the Blizzard 4 there is just to have something in case Wayne comes down and tries to get rid of Vader. But being that it is Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith, that's going to be really hard to do. Oh yes, Lost in the Wilderness. That's a good call. I don't know. Why would Hidden Base play and there's the Stay Sharp. As we see, Wayne is going to attempt to shoot the Maul Sith Infiltrator. As he draws a 6, it does become a 7. So, unfortunately for Logan, the Maul Sith Infiltrator is going to be hit in the control phase. Unless Logan has something to say about it. Does he have a close call here? That would be really bad for Wayne. He says it's +2 right now. Yeah, I will 100% agree with you, Garrett. Unless he had something to protect that with, then yeah, that was a huge mistake. Oh, he has the Dark Maneuvers. So it's going to add 2 to the maneuver. Wayne will grab the Dark Maneuvers. And he has the close call. I don't understand why you used it lost when you could easily just make it used. If you use it there, he can't redraw. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, exactly, Mason. Garrett? Oh, the use is only in battle. Okay. So Wayne is going to pay 3 to drain for 1 at Kessel. During battle, cancel and redraw just drawn Destiny. Good call, Garrett. It's been a while since I played Close Call. So again, we see Logan expand the Empire from his hand. If you're Logan, again, this is just telling me right now, so I don't think Wayne has found his hidden base. I don't know if it's in his force pile or what, but it just seems to me that like he's going to want to flip at some point. He does retrieve with Luke. He pays 1 to retrieve an intruder missile. So, and they're tracking us or taking them with us again to put the Black Sun fleet back into Logan's deck. That is the 5th time. I think you're right, Garrett. I do think you're right with that. Like Wayne, I feel like Wayne does need to stop a little bit of the bleeding at this point. Because again, right now, as it stands, Logan has yeah, exactly. Like right now, Logan is doing 9 points of damage. Well, I don't think Wayne is going to be able to drain for 3 at Kessel. I do think that Logan is eventually going to get out resistance and satisfy it. It's just a matter of when. But I do think that you're right. I think that the Nar Shaddaa is the system. Yeah, exactly. And Logan has given up. He has left the match, everyone. Wayne will advance. Oh, I'm sorry. Logan is back. As we see the B-Wing fighter move in front of the Slave 1. And again, the Death Star is currently orbiting Naboo. The medium bulk freighter will move in front of Darth Maul, thus turning off the drain at Naboo. We might see the Blue Squadron B-Wing move in front of the Ellison Hinthra. Which, if that is the case, then Wayne doesn't really have to move or flip yet. No, the B-Wing attack squadron is going to move in front of move to Naboo. Nope. He's going to move he moves the Blue Squadron B-Wing and a B-Wing attack fighter to Nar Shaddaa. So essentially turning off all force drains from Logan. However, Logan is still going to be able to do the 3 points of damage from TTO. Probably going to see him move. He should move the Death Star, or at least cloak the Maul Sith Infiltrator. As we see Wayne end his turn. Life force count right now is 16 for Wayne, plus 8 in hand, so he's got 24. Logan with 19 in his life force and 11 in hand, so he's sitting at 30. So still enemist anybody's game at this point. There's the TTO damage for Logan. Wayne will have to lose 3, so he's going to lose another medium bulk freighter, a medium bulk freighter, and a Bargwin off the top. Or a Baragwin, as world champions like to say. As we go into Logan's deploy phase. And he'll play much anger in him on Luke Skywalker. Wow. At the end of each opponent's battle phases, if you have presence at the location where a rebel has presence and a battle did not take place, the opponent loses 4 force. That's kind of big, as we see Boba Fett Bounty Hunter go onto the Ellison Hinthra. Logan's going to play a Nemoidian Advisor using 2 force. Misses. Now he's only got 2 cards left in his reserve deck. As we know now that they're double 6s. '66. Possibly one of the greatest hockey players of all time. As we see, Logan does initiate a battle at Nar Shaddaa. Logan hoping that the B-Wing attack fighter will miss. Now, the B-Wing attack fighter will add 1 to the Destiny, and the Woof that's on there will subtract 1. Wayne without ability there, enough to draw Destiny. So, the B-Wing attack fighter takes a shot at the Ellison Hinthra. As we see Wayne play steady aim to add 4, which he didn't have to do as he draws a 7. So the Ellison Hinthra is hit. But we know that Logan has 2 6s in his deck, so he's going to be up to 19 power, whereas Wayne is going to be sitting at 9 with 8 into attrition, so he's going to be down by 10, so it's going to be the starships plus the weapon and 2. Unless Wayne has some sort of way to get rid of the Ellison Hinthra. Wayne is going to lose the Walkling to retrieve the Steady Aim, which could actually become a very important card down the line. As you see, Logan does draw Destiny. There's his first 6. And his second 6, 2 Black Sun Fleet Admiral's Orders. Again, Logan will have power 19 to Wayne's 9. He'll be down by 10. That is going to cost him both starships. And Wayne has to lose the Ellison Hinthra as it crashes and burns down onto the Nar Shaddaa planet surface. Hundreds and thousands of Nar Shaddaa citizens fleeing in terror as the Hinthra crashes, burns, and thankfully hits nobody. As we see Boba Fett go first, followed by Wolf, and then last the Ellison Hinthra. As Wayne loses hit and run and an intruder missile before forfeiting the 2 starships. Yeah, it cost Wayne 2 cards on top of the 2 starships. As we see, Logan does go into his move phase, uses 1 force, moves the Slave 1 over to Nar Shaddaa, and he will now cloak the Maul Sith Infiltrator, losing U-3PO and Admiral Piet to make it so that Maul Sith Infiltrator cannot be battled this turn. Now, if you're Logan, I do think you're going to want to draw some cards to protect the Maul Sith Infiltrator. Draws up 12 cards. And will recycle and pass turn over to Wayne. Now, that 1 card... Now, yep, he's going to spend the 1 to keep the Blizzard 4 active. Now, both players have 14 cards in their life force, with Logan at 12 cards in hand, Wayne at 5. Wayne activates everything but 1. Tells me that he has something to possibly try and shoot the Maul Sith Infiltrator down this turn. As he plays wise advice. There's the steady aim, or the stay sharp, to allow him to shoot the concussion missile during the control phase. The concussion missile does take aim. Draws a 7. Yep, that's definitely going to hit the Sith Infiltrator. Yep, now Darth Maul in his Sith Infiltrator crashes and burns at Naboo. Fire everywhere. And now that saves Wayne 4 points of damage from the much anger in him. As we see Logan takes another Sith Infiltrator into his hand. As we see another black medium bulk freighter get deployed to Coruscant. The B-Wing attack fighter moves over in front of the Slave 1. And Wayne will draw some cards. And then pass turn over to Logan. And yeah, you're right, Garrett. He does turn off the TTO for this turn. As Wayne plays out of commission and transmission terminated, what card will he hit? He hits U3PO. U3PO goes out of play. Logan will not have access to him. He is ejected. Will we see Logan scoop after the U3PO goes out of play? As we see Logan activates everything but 2. As he'll take he uses no escape to grab the close call off the top of his lost pile. Logan into his deploy phase uses Nomoidy Advisor to check out his destiny. Oh no, Garrett, I know he shouldn't scoop. I'm just it's Logan. As we see another Maul Sith Infiltrator with Darth Maul come down to Naboo. And we have a lateral damage targeting that B-Wing attack fighter at Nar Shaddaa. As we see, Wayne uses the All Wings report in to attempt to pull himself another non-unique starfighter into hand. He does miss. I know at least one power pivot is lost. As we see a 3-3, 4-5-5, a 6, and 2-7 in Wayne's deck. Thank you, Logan. I don't know. That's the almighty question. You should be on the phone with your protege. Actually, that's a good question. I was just thinking. Garrett, which one is your protege, AJ or Logan? As we see, the Slave One evacuates Nar Shaddaa and runs all the way back to Endor. Logan going to lose 2 force as we see him lose a Tatooine from hand. And another Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith from his hand. And just for those watching at home right now, Garrett is being silent on which a member of the Killer Bees is his protege. although Garrett is currently saying that he is old and that he was retired when both these players were got into the game. As we see, Logan cloaks the Maul Sith Infiltrator. Does Wayne have another Stay Sharp in his hand? But we do know that Logan has the Close Call in his hand. As we see, Wayne activates down to 2. Wayne currently shield broken, so he can't pull the Fanfare shield to check out his destiny right now. I do kind of want to see Logan pull the resistance shield at some point. Oh, Wayne, before he goes into his control phase, will attempt to pull a Haun's Toolkit. And Logan says that there is a 5 and a 5 in Wayne's deck. To answer your question, Talon, I honestly don't know. Maybe when we have the GEMP PC winner. Unfortunately, life has just gotten in the way for Holo Theater. As we still are in, and Wayne, there's the flip from Wayne. Logan pulls the resistance shield immediately. Wayne will drain for 2 at Coruscant. As we see, Dark Maneuvers and Imperial Barrier go from hand. Wayne will drain for 2 at Nar Shaddaa. Logan will lose a short-range fighter and a Dark Time for the Rebellion V. 1 from hand, 1 from the top of his deck. And there's the Stay Sharp from Wayne. The concussion missiles take aim at Darth Maul in his Sith Infiltrator. There's an all wings report in. It becomes a 7. As Logan does play Close Call to subtract 3. And the concussion missiles will miss, and Stay Sharp goes used. Luke will retrieve 1 for Wayne here. He'll retrieve that B-Wing, the Blue Squadron B-Wing, bringing his life total up to 13 to Logan's 13. Now Wayne has actually taken the advantage. Wayne sitting at 13 in life force with 6 in hand. Logan with 13 in life force and 3 in hand. However, Logan is going to cause 4 points of damage in Wayne's at the end of his battle phase due to the fact that the Sith Infiltrator is cloaked and much anger in him is on Luke Skywalker. As we see Logan probe Naboo. No indication that it is the hidden base. Okay, let's take some I want to see the chat. Take your bets. Besides Naboo, obviously, what is Wayne's hidden base? There's the 4 points of damage to the much anger in him. Baragwin from hand. The Blue Squadron B-Wing from use pile. Taking them with us from hand as well. Okay, so we have Garrett. I want 1 system from you, sir. Garrett, you said Nar Shaddaa earlier, so you're on. We have 2 for Nar Shaddaa, 1 for Kifix. And a power pivot from hand as well. 2 from Kifix. 1 for Anot. As the medium bulk freighter will move over to Kessel. Blocking the drain there. 1 for Kessel. So we have 2 for Nar Shaddaa, 2 for Kifix, 1 for Anot, 1 for Kessel, 1 for Anot. Too bad I can't give away Holo Theater Heroes packs anymore. Drains for 0 at the docking bay. 2 for Kessel. Logan will drain for 2. Luwane will cancel it at the Endor drain. Logan drains at Naboo. It is canceled again with the objective. That thing operational will make Wayne lose 3 here. I also think if you're Logan, you want to pull the do they have a code clearance shield? Only because if Wayne does use the all wings report in to retrieve, he can stack it on there, thus turning off the Luke retrieval. Logan will move the Slave 1 over to Nar Shaddaa, blocking the drain. Maul will move over to Kessel. I do agree that he needs to move the Death Star. He really does need to move that Death Star. But he will not, and that is a huge mistake from Logan. As we see the Blizzard 4 go out of play this turn. Oh, sorry, Dirty Randy. Your first vote is your only vote. Them's the rules. They were put into place by our illustrious Mr. Garrett Larson. Wayne will now drain for 3 at Coruscant. It is only a drain of 2, as we see an Imperial Decree V and a Black Sun Fleet both go lost. Wayne can now drain for 2 at Naboo, but he is going to pay 1 to retrieve with Luke first. As we see a Hyper Escape get retrieved. Wayne sitting at 10 in his Life Force with 3 in hand. Logan currently sitting at 9 in Life Force, 2 in hand. But again, Logan is going to cause 4 points of damage with the much anger in him. However, the TTO will not be doing any damage this turn. I also think he wants to say he's got something in his hand to protect the Slave 1. Maybe. And he didn't even probe. Wayne draws a 6 for Destiny. Logan plays the Dark Maneuvers. Did Logan set up a trap? He did. The Slave 1 is protected. He's drawing 2 Battle Destiny. Wayne has nothing in his reserve deck, and the B-Wing Bomber is Power 0. However, he's got a hit and run. The little B-Wing Bomber that could is going to move away. And there's the much anger in him ping, making Wayne lose 4 force. As he loses a B-Wing attack fighter and concussion missiles, all wings report in and out of commission and transmission terminated. I still think Logan should have probed in the deploy phase, at least at Nar Shaddaa. Wayne uses 1 force to move the medium bulk freighter all the way over to the Death Star. And he will draw 1 card. Unfortunately for Logan is he's not doing any damage this turn. And he only has 1 card in hand. So even if he wants to probe, he's only going to be able to probe at 1 system. He's not doing any damage. He needed to get some damage in with the TTO this turn. As Wayne does cancel all of Logan's damage. And he doesn't probe again. Oh no. But we do see Garrett Larson's favorite card, limited resource, making Wayne lose 4 force. Bringing down Wayne down to 3 cards left in his life force, meaning that he's only going to be able to do 2 points of damage. He's not going to be able to retrieve. And Logan draws 2 cards in his hand. And being that the Death Star is at the Naboo system, Logan is going to be able to do 3 points of damage just from that, the epic event. Wayne needing to drain. He is going to pay the drain for 2 at Kifix. Logan's going to lose from his hand, and Logan is going to take game 1 by 7. By 8. Because the 1 card that Wayne had in his hand was a Rebel Artillery. So Wayne was going to Logan is going to take game 1 by 6. Wayne is going to have 38 in lost pile. Logan is going to have 25 in his. Yes, I 100% agree with you, Garrett. That was a unneeded risk if you're Logan. Oh, this game is not over yet. Wayne is going to get 1 more turn. Yeah, I agree with you. He should have moved in front of Luke there. Yeah, Wayne can't. Yeah. Yep, Wayne will draw up. And again, Logan's going to take game 1 by 6. Wayne will have 37 in his loss pile to Logan's 25. So I'm not sure when they're going to be playing game 2. I don't think it's going to be tonight. We hopefully we'll see in the chat here soon. All I know is Garrett, go yell at your protege. That was too stressful. So actually, it looks like tomorrow night they're going to be playing game 2 at 9 p.m. No, Wednesday. They are going to be playing game 2 on Wednesday at 9 p.m. I believe that's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys stay tuned to all of the socials as well as Slack. Until then, everybody take care, enjoy yourself, and may the force be with you. Good night, everybody.